What's going on, everyone? This is Jacob Shoup. You're watching the Tom O'Brien Show. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. We're going to be joined in the second and third segment by Tim Ord of the Ord Oracle. Before we get cracking into any of the wild stuff happening right now, you can go to the front page of TFNN.com. I want to say we have the TFNN Holiday Tiger Dollar Sale. This is a fantastic time to get your Tiger Dollars. You get unbelievable savings with this, right? So you spend $500, this is our first tier, you get a 20% bonus, that's 600 Tiger Dollars. Second tier right there, you get 1,000, that's 1,300, that's a 30% bonus. And 15 to 2,100, that is a 40% bonus. These Tiger Dollars go towards all of your purchases. Once they're applied to your account, some great savings. Now is a good time. We're only running this until Monday. It's Thursday today? Good, man. Yeah, we're running this till Monday, December 23rd. So make sure you get there for Christmas and stuff like that. And seriously, it's a fantastic deal for that. And then additionally, you know, I want to say we're going to have Tim Ord on today. What we just went through yesterday, and we'll talk about it. It's not maybe as severe as it kind of seems. But, you know, now's a great time to, you know, get Secret Science of Market Tops. I really recommend that. I was thumbing through it a little bit the other night, just kind of looking at what he was saying. And it's so it's very insightful kind of stuff. Let's take a look at what we got going on right now. In the composite, up about 0.22%, trading at 19,438. The Dow Jones Industrial up about 0.3 at 42,453. The DXY trading very strong compared to other, you know, the dollar's strong against other currencies here, right? Up 108.42. You have crude oil off about 1.23% at 69.16. Excuse me, you got the E-mini up about 0.23% at 5,953. So futures are rising there a little bit. You got the SPY trading at 588 at 0.3%. Gold off, right? Off 1.53% at 2,612. You have copper off about 1.79% at $4.08. You have the Russell trading off about, Russell futures rather, trading off about 0.23% at 2,250. Let's see what else you got. Silver off about, wow, silver's getting smoked, off about 4% right now at 29.51. And then Tesla, man. I mean, this is like a repricing almost. With everything that the Fed basically did yesterday, quite a reaction. Of course, the interest rate, 25 basis point cut was kind of expected, but it was more the long-term outlook. We were talking about that a little bit before the FOMC meeting. I remember pulling that up and I was like, wow, I mean, that's persistent inflation for a couple of years and then below 2% target, still within the acceptable bounds, but below 2% target for 2027, which I believe was a 1.8% growth. So the Fed's definitely seeing persistent inflation met with some kind of contracting away from the target, which I think can pose an issue. I think inflation is going to be a lot stronger than maybe anticipated. I think Trump is continually, this is not political, it's just economic, right? I mean, continually shaping up to be a very inflationary president. You know, even if the tariffs don't go through, you have this, I don't even know what to make of this, what just happened, but he is trying to get rid of the debt ceiling, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I'm assuming he has some vision that he wants to do, right? Of course, with the border and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, kind of spending caps would prevent that. But I mean, this is completely out of left field, I think, especially for someone who's kind of considered as, you know, very business oriented. This is, I mean, the government's going to borrow a bunch of money if this debt ceiling gets voted away. I think the Democrats like it too. So I would believe that a lot of the House Republicans actually would agree with him as well. And it's just interesting, right? We get rid of the debt ceiling, but we also have the DOGE that's trying to cut spending in certain areas. There's conversation around removing the, you know, I forget I can't remember the term for it right now. Oh Lord, I'm blanking on it. But just basically, you know, the backing on your bank account. It's very weird. There is a ton of uncertainty right now. It is feeling very strange. And I don't think it's just because of this, you know, drop yesterday. I think there's a lot of very weird stuff going on. You're seeing massive pumps. You're seeing a bunch of people who are not usually in the market getting in the market. I mean, this stuff with like Qubit yesterday was insane. And first I want to say as well, with the SPY cracking down here like that, right? I mean, that's some pretty significant volume. But we're trading back at November 20th. So, this isn't like doomsday or anything like that, right? It's just a momentary kind of correction. This is just essentially giving back the Trump rally, And let's see, I mean, how many more days do we have till Christmas? I mean, we have we have 2 more sessions, really. I don't know if the market's closed on Christmas Eve, but I don't know. This whole thing is just so weird. And there's so much money that's being lost right now. I mean, let's take a look at these quantum stocks. I mean, this is brutal. This is what we're saying. This will go back down. This will go back down to, a buck 29, something around here. Honestly, it might, bottom a little bit higher because you're going to have so many bag holders who aren't going to want to, throw out. But I mean, this conversation, these retail investors are leveraging up on calls at the top, and people are losing tons and tons of money. This is not going to, I mean, you might get a momentary bounce maybe tomorrow morning, because I think a lot of people are viewing this as like, oh, it's just a sell-off, taking profit, get in for the next leg up. There's not really going to be a next leg up in this stock. QUBT is horrible. It just is. It's off 46.13% right now. I cannot believe that is still being spoken about as if it's some legitimate player. This was trading at $2.8 billion yesterday. We're at a market cap of $1.63 billion. Unbelievable still. You have Rigetti coming off. I mean, and this is the sad thing. I mean, at least Rigetti has some kind of concept of how it would fit into a quantum world. But even that's off 36.06%, $6.85. And this will continue to go down as well because there's just not the earnings right now, and the growth potential is there, but I think that's a long-term growth potential in a major way. And again, I think you're gonna get a lot of bag holders with this kind of stuff. Take a look at IonQ, which is actually doing like okay, relatively speaking, off 1.23%. Definitely a bellwether, I think, for people's sentiment on quantum. It is interesting to me that this isn't getting destroyed as heavily, but I think it's because it is relatively more legit, but it's still at $8 billion market cap. Stay right there, folks. We'll be right back with Tim Ward after this break.